Good morning, traders. I am Stephen Davis, a senior market strategist, RJO Futures. Downtown Chicago here Friday morning. Beautiful morning here. Happy Friday to all of us. Here to talk to you about the grain markets. Okay, Monday's the crop report that just can really loom as a blockbuster report, and we'll talk a little bit about that in 1 minute time from here. So, the corn market here, first chart of corn, you can see last Thursday we got on here and did our video, and I noticed some panic selling in the market. So you can see these row crop charts I'm going to show you. You see Thursday's low. Is that going to be an island low here going forward? Well, we'll have to see, and weather certainly will be a big play on that turn up. But we're 3 days now. See if you can see it on the charts. 3 days of higher highs and higher lows. And it's not about chart patterns this time of the year. It's more about weather. But I do think technical analysis is like a roadmap, and many times the charts will show you and tell you where the market's going. So here we got 3 days of higher highs and higher lows. Corn this morning took out yesterday's high, so it kind of seems like we're going to see an evening up here of positions going into Monday's report. The 6 to 10 day forecast is hot and dry, so that's a catalyst for yesterday's strength and continued strength here this morning. Next chart is the soybean chart. Same thing. See that island bottom last Thursday? That's some panic selling in there, and many times you see market lows in that type of scenario. So again, Monday's report will set the tune. We're going to trade this report for a day or two if it's out of line, and then certainly weather is going to be the driving force. They're calling for rains next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Really critical here that we get normal rainfall in the month of August. So, okay, the China and USA, again, we spent 30 years building up this U.S. soybean trade to China, and then now we're not getting anywhere on these trade talks. You know, the short term for the Chinese is like 100 years. So this is, they're very smart. We have an election in 2020 year, so our President Trump needs some wins here. Look for a trade agreement with Japan here by September 1st, just to kind of give President Trump a win here in these trade negotiations. But again, the Chinese, they've been negotiating for centuries. Now overnight, the recent news, the Chinese are going to stop buying U.S. agricultural commodities because of this ban on Huawei, the big telecom network provider. So that's recent news here in the last 24 hours. Nonetheless, soybeans, it's the protein that the world wants. You know, and China's leaning towards South America now, and South America is going to plant 2 to 3% more soybeans next year. So it is interesting, though. It's the time of year now, these 2, 3, 4 months where the rest of the world comes to the USA for soybeans because Brazil is about sold out. So kind of interesting. There's a lot of grain in the world. I think let's go through a drought here and see how these countries feel about trade wars and buying grains from USA. So, and lastly, the wheat chart. You can see a little different. Maybe we'll get some leadership from wheat. Again, Egypt bought wheat from Ukraine and Russia this week, like they always do. So our exports were not competitive on the world scene in the wheat market. So, wrapping this up, everybody have an excellent weekend.